Well, not just a funding winter, India's most valued startups are also facing the heat on their books with big losses last fiscal. Arundhati joins us now with more. Arundhati, staggering losses.
Absolutely, Shireen. A whole host of unicorns have come out with their financials for FY22, and the losses are staggering as growth has come at a cost. An exponential rise in expenses and continuing high rate of cash burn is one of the major reasons for this. So let's start with Bharat Pay. The firm saw their losses balloon 3 times to stand at a little over 5,500 crore rupees versus the 1,619 crore rupees in FY21. So what led to these losses? Bharat Pay said the total loss incurred an extraordinary item pertaining to loss and change in fair value of compulsory convertible preference shares amounting to 4,782 crore rupees. Now, food delivery major Swiggy saw losses widen by 2 times in FY22 to come in at a little over 3,600 crore rupees. Now, the increase in losses comes in the backdrop of rising expenses. Spends increased from 4,292 crore rupees in FY21 to a whopping 9,748 crore rupees in FY22. In fact, Swiggy's losses were 3 times higher than that of Zomato's, which came in at 1,220 crore rupees in FY22. That was still higher than what Zomato recorded in FY21. A rise in expenses led to the rise in losses. Meanwhile, e-commerce platform Meesho saw its losses mushroom to 3,248 crore rupees in FY22, which was an increase of 550% from the previous fiscal year. This as expenses in FY22 stood at over 6,600 crore rupees versus a spend of only 1,337 crore rupees in FY21 as advertising and promotion spends soared. Now, Google-backed Mohalla Tech, the parent company of ShareChat and short video app Moj, saw losses of close to 3,000 crore rupees versus 1,460 crore rupees in FY21. This as expenses rose to a little over 3,400 crore rupees versus half of that in FY21. And we can't forget EdTech major Byju's, which saw a loss of close to 4,588 crore rupees in FY21 from just 262 crore rupees in the previous fiscal. That's not all. Remember, other unicorns, which also came out with their numbers late last year, also saw staggering losses, with Unacademy, Farmeasy and Daily Hunt all seeing losses of more than 2,000 crore rupees each. With that, it is back to you.
Arundhati, many thanks for joining us. Now, the Delhi police have identified the man who reportedly urinated on a female passenger on board an Air India flight on the 26th of November. We learned from sources the accused is a middle-aged businessman from Mumbai and currently absconding. An FIR has been registered against him. The Delhi police has deployed teams to arrest the accused. Meanwhile, we also learned from sources that the Civil Aviation Ministry has ordered Air India to take action against the accused and the crew if allegations are found to be true. The ministry, we learn, is awaiting Air India's internal probe report. Danish Anand is here with the details. Danish, so the Delhi police has now been able to identify the man who allegedly urinated on a female passenger. Take us through where this probe currently stands.
Well, Delhi police is making efforts to arrest Shekhar Mishra, who allegedly urinated on a 75-year-old co-passenger on an Air India flight to India last year in November. Delhi police sources further informed that Shekhar Mishra is a resident of Mumbai's Mira Road and is currently not in Mumbai, and hence 2-3 different teams have been sent to track and nab the accused at different locations. Well, if the police is unable to soon find Shekhar Mishra, then the police is likely to issue a lookout circular. Well, a source further informed that the police is in touch with Air India and has also summoned all crew members of AI-102 to find out more about the case, and the police has also sought more details of fellow passengers to do a thorough investigation in this case. Well, this matter came to light when a 75-year-old woman who was travelling back to India on an Air India flight last year in November wrote a letter to Tata Sons chairperson N. Chandrasekharan. But all in all, if we see, Delhi police is doing constant efforts and is very confident that the police will soon arrest the accused Shekhar Mishra.
An appalling incident. Thanks very much, Danish, with the latest. And with that, it is time for us to wrap up this edition of Business 360. Thanks very much for watching. Do stay tuned. The news continues on CNBC-TV18.